as parents, we have to recognize that our children, they're their own people. And eventually they're going to have to live their own life. You know, as a parent, hopefully you've poured into them everything that they needed. But we can't protect our children from themselves and their own desires for the most part. At some point, they may be like the prodigal son. They may go out into the world and destroy everything. And we may want to get in their way. We may want to stop them. And we do our parts to kind of keep guard over our children and not just let them do whatever they want, right? But at a certain point, sometimes our children, they got to go and find out. They got to F around and find out. The goal is for them not to suffer because we want to keep our children from suffering. But the lesson that I got from this is how the father was, allowed that to happen. But at the same time, he welcomed the son back with an abundance of love and forgiveness, right? So he allowed his son to basically go out into the world and fall on his face. And sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have loved ones and people in our life that we try to hold back from suffering, from self-inflicted wounds that they cause to themselves, right? We try to stop them. Hey, don't do that. You shouldn't do that. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. Don't do this and that. And at a certain point, sometimes we just gotta let people fall on their face. It's like, I told you, I did my part, right? I did my part. You gotta go and find out. But the flip side is when these people go, and this is in showing that God-like love, right? This is that agape, what they talk about, that level of love and forgiveness that you have. That in my mind, I think only parents know what this is. I think only parents have this level of love for their children. Outside of that, you may have never experienced this level of love. You maybe never dealt with anybody in your life that you would let go out into the world, do the thing opposite of what you told them to do, and for them to come back to you broken, and you embrace them. Not what I told you so. Not what look at you. You jacked up. I might be able to help you, but you gonna have to listen to me from now on. I didn't catch that in the parable, by the way. The father didn't even say, now listen, you don't leave again. I didn't even hear that. I just heard him say, yo, you was dead. You are found. You was lost. You found. You alive. Whew. Meaning you went out there and you still, that could have killed you. I'm so grateful that you're alive, that you had the wherewithal to come back. That's all that matters. We're going to figure everything else out. And so the father embraced the son with so much grace and so much love. He put the best robe on him. He didn't halfway help him. Now, a lot of people got people in our lives that maybe we said do X, Y, and Z. They didn't listen and they went off and they fucked around and found out. And then they came back and they was like, yo, you was right. And all we got for them is like, yeah, I tried to tell you.